Greetings folks, I have some new LiPo batteries which I'm very happy about. My existing batteries are starting to get a little bit old and saggy, so I was very happy when Ovonic approached me and asked if I'd like to review some batteries and possibly a battery charger in the future. So I have chosen 4S 3400 60C, a couple of 4S 2200s, 3S 2200 and a high discharge 3S 1500. Now I'm specifically looking for good batteries for my VTOL planes because they are very hard on normal batteries. So the 4S 2200, I'll be trying that on my Manta VTOL and Zod Altus VTOL. I also need just some normal 2200 3S for things like the Bixler and the mild performance planes. And we've also got the 1500 3S there as well, which will be good for general use, powering up FPV goggles and things like that. So I'm going to put them all through their paces. They're relatively inexpensive batteries, surprisingly, but the good thing is that we have a warehouse in Australia, so that makes for quick and easy shipping for me and my Australian viewers. But there are warehouses in other places in the world too, so that'll be very good. So let's open them up and have a look. Let's start off with the 3400 4S 60C. These C ratings, unfortunately, these days are a little bit random. They're sort of marketing values. Maybe you can use them for comparison, I suppose. Unfortunately, they don't actually tell you what the continuous current and the burst current is these days. We get a little Dean's adapter there, which I never use. I always use XT60, so that's fine. So 3400, that's quite a bit smaller than my normal 3400, so that will be interesting. We get some stickers and a bit of an instruction pamphlet here. So that is 10 AWG 200 degrees C cable there, XT60 balance port there with the nice sort of surrounding protector there. A bit more information on the back. So let's see how it comes straight out of the box. At storage charge, which is good. Alright, so what I'll do is charge it up, have a look at the internal resistance, and this one will be good for my sort of scale planes, long range FPV. I do often use lithium ions, but for a little bit more punch and for more current hungry planes you need to use LiPos still. So that's the 3400 4S, that's looking good. I like the fact that you can buy them in pairs as well. Nicely packaged. So these are the little 4S shorty 2200s. These will be good for my VTOLs, I'm pretty sure. The Manta VTOL, FPV Manta and the Altus VTOL. They are 14 AWG cables. They look to be quite a good size, exactly the same size as a lithium ion actually. So they will fit in exactly the same places as my 4S lithium ions will. Excellent. And here are the 2200s. These will be my mild performance plane batteries. Nice long cables. These are 14 AWG cables. Looking very nice. They will fit in things like the Bixler and the X8 motor gliders very nicely. Also on my Phoenix motor glider, my slopers and things like that. So they'll be a very useful pair of batteries. And the little 1500 120C. Couple of 1500 3S, which will be very useful for goggles and FPV goggles and smaller planes, slopers, gliders, things like that. All the batteries come with these little balance cable protectors or clips, and what we do is we slot it into the little slots at the top there. Make sure the cables are lying nice and flat, and those two little ridges slot into those two little bits here, fold it over and clip it together, and that just means you're not pulling on the cables when you're plugging the balance port in and out, which is a very good safety idea. Let's have a quick look at the battery weights. This is the 3S 1500, 134.4 grams, 3S 2200, 152.3, 4S 2200, 178.2, and 4S 3400, 342 grams. I thought I'd check out the internal resistance of all the different batteries, and I think generally the higher the discharge, the lower the internal resistance, and the larger the cell, the lower the internal resistance. So this is the 120C 3S 1500, fairly low internal resistance, 9.9 to 8.9 there. And here's the 4S 2200, just the 35C, higher internal resistance, and there's a bit of a range across the cells too. I preferred if they were all around the same value. And the higher discharge 3S 2200 has slightly lower, around 18-19 milliohms, and the 3400 4S has the lowest internal resistance of them all, 9 to 10 milliohms. So I just thought I'd record these now, and I'll be able to compare them later on after I've used them a lot. It's a bit hard to tell you a lot about batteries when they're brand new. I really need to use them for weeks, months, and then see how they performed over that time. So I'm using the 2200 3S in my Phoenix V2 2-meter glider for some slope soaring. That is the perfect weight to get the CG right. If I was doing thermal gliding, I might use the 1500 high current version so that I could blast it up into the sky and then glide around a few times with a bit more current draw, but we're just sloping at the moment, so this is just going to be nice and easy. There we go. Perfect battery for a thermal glider or a sloper. Not too heavy so that it's going to weigh it down at all. That is just working beautifully. Do a nice big loop. Of course, any battery will work as long as it's not too heavy or not too light, but the 2200 3S is just the perfect weight to get the CG right on this glider. That is working beautifully. With the 2200 I could slope soar for hours because the current draw is just for servos, not using the motor at all, so plenty of power for hours of sloping pleasure. Okay, I'm trying out the 4S2200, the little 4S2200 in my Femi Manti VTOL. VTOLs are battery killers, so got to get the right battery for a good flight time. And I'm also using the little 1500 3S to power my goggles. Alright, so we've got the 16 volts. Keep an eye on the current and the voltage. Position hold. Ooh, it's sagging a fair bit. What's the current draw? 7 amps. Transition, and we're in horizon mode now. So the current draw is about 5 amps. Sag to 14.9 volts, so that's more than I thought it would. If I back off the current a bit, the voltage is at 15 volts. So maybe not as high C rating as I would have liked for this one. Yeah, I have tried 2200 3S and wasn't really enough, and it's just doesn't work with a lithium ion, not enough current capability really, because the current gets quite high. But this is flying around nicely. No, it's holding the voltage okay, so that's okay. Maybe this is the right battery for it. A little 4S. Transition mode, whoops. Let's bring him back and we'll back into tricopter mode. We've got a bit out of whack there. Getting out of whack here. Oop, there we go. It fell out of the sky for some reason. So I had a little bit of a tuning problem there. I got it all out of whack. That's not the battery's fault. Still probably not the perfect battery for this plane, although it's better than anything else I've tried. Battery's warm a little bit, so it has been drawing a fair bit of current, but certainly fits nicely. Better than 18650, better than a 223S2 actually. Probably is a reasonable battery for this one. I just have to sort out my tuning a little bit better anyway. So we're sitting at 58% after that. It still is being stressed by the amount of current that the little VTOL is drawing. Possibly a higher C rating battery would be a little bit better, but it's certainly a very good size, and yeah, it's better than the other batteries I've tried for the Manta anyway. And finally, we're going to try the bigger 4S 3400 in my scale Flybaby. Try and take off from the beach. Might be a bit tough, but I'm sure this will be a lovely battery for this plane. Something that can handle a little bit more weight and use the battery size for a bit more fly time. Here we go. Oh, lovely. Might be a bit tail heavy, are we? Or just need some trim? We're a bit over trimmed maybe. Now we're flying nicely. Got a bit too much elevator, I think. But we're flying okay. Lovely, beautiful old plane, the Flybaby. I'm a bit over controlled. I might bring it in and see if I can calm it down a little bit. Yeah, it's always going to dig into the sand, unfortunately. But anyway, that's what you get for flying on the beach. So I've added a little bit more nose weight, and hopefully that will calm down the flying a little bit. Yeah, that's feeling better. Flying nicely, like a lovely little scale model. Losing orientation out there a bit. Just do a slow flyby. Oh, delightful. So I'm sure this battery is working nicely for the Flybaby. Nice scale model, beautiful. So overall, well, they're a useful collection of batteries. The 4S 2200, I thought that might struggle with my VTOL, and it probably did a bit, but it's still the best battery I've found so far for the little VTOL. They are very hard on batteries. Did sag a fair bit, but did its job. 2200 3S, perfect for slopers and gliders and mild performance, and this 4S 3400 is just working beautifully in my scale Flybaby. Perfect for this sort of plane. Look at that, beautiful. So there we go, all very good. Ovonic batteries, definitely worth considering, especially with an Australian warehouse. Makes it easy to buy in Australia. So let's bring it into land and have a look at how we're going. Try and not nose it over. Impossible to do, unfortunately, in the sand. Anyway, all good. And after that little bit of fun flying, what do we have left? Oh, 16 volts, 78%. Hardly used anything. That's brilliant. Well, there you go. That's a perfect battery for this lovely scale plane. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.